In today's video, how to lose weight if you work from home. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com, and I'm coming to you today from the ProPhysique studio here in Tampa, Florida. And today's question is about losing weight from home and how to figure out your calories, how to figure out your activity level. And the question comes from right here on my Instagram direct message. So go ahead and send me your questions, guys. I've got this whole week set aside to answer a question every single day. And let me know in the comment section below if you guys would be interested in a YouTube live where I answer your questions live in the feed. And give me some times when that would work best, because I would want to get the most of you on there to give the most feedback at once, right? So now understand I'm in Florida, so that's Eastern Standard Time. So if it works best if I do it on, say, like a Friday at 3 p.m., you guys tell me what works best for you guys, and I'll try to figure out the average. Now I understand I'm not going to be able to, accommodate everybody, but I'd like to give you guys some real-time feedback, and maybe some YouTube lives would work for that. So the question goes just like this. I have a question regarding your calorie calculator, specifically the activity level section. Like you, I work from home and would consider myself quite sedentary. I have just started walking regularly to get an increase in calorie burn, but I have consistently lifted weights about 60 to 80 minutes per day, 6 times per week. Would I count that as activity when setting my activity level, or do I primarily just focus on my regular activity outside of the gym, since that's not cardio? Thanks. So if you go to ProPhysique.com and you scroll just below the intro, there's a calorie calculator right there. You literally just plug in your age, your activity level, your weight, body fat level, all that stuff, and it gives you a calorie calculator. Now this is an estimation based on all that information on where your calories should be to either lose weight quickly, gain weight quickly, right? Now, when I plug in the information for myself, today I just did it. I occasionally will go in there and do it and check to see if it's valid. It was remarkably accurate for where I'm at, for what it says for weight loss. And the other thing I noticed is that the activity levels are pretty well defined. So I would consider sedentary someone that doesn't do anything all day other than get in their car, drive to work, drive home, sit still. There are days when I'm very sedentary. Now I have 2 young boys, 6 and 2, about to be 3 and 7. So even when I get home, at this point in my life, I am not sedentary. It is very hard for me to be sedentary. Literally from the time I get home till I go to bed, I am moving nonstop, doing something with the kids. In years past, I used to literally go to the gym on the way home, go home and sit around and do nothing. So I was very, very sedentary with my office job. So I had to set my activity level to sedentary. The only thing I would say is take your workouts out of it. So unless you are doing something like CrossFit or something where there is an aerobic element to your workouts, if you're just going in the gym for 45 minutes to an hour, lifting some weights, you're never really breathing deep. Maybe on your leg days you are, but the rest of the day you're sitting still. I would set your calories at sedentary, okay? You'd be surprised how little calories you burn in a workout, right? I think we like to think we burn all these calories. I haven't found that to be true. I find that some cardiovascular activity like walking burns more calories in the same amount of time. And this is something you guys can debate me on. But I've been training for 25 years. And so these are things I've noticed. To really see a change in body composition where fat loss is the goal, you have to really restrict your calories, or you have to really get moving more, okay? Or you have to do a combination of both. So for you, my friend, I would probably set it just above sedentary, where it just says active. Because here's the real kicker with that calorie calculator. It's not gospel, okay? What everyone should be aiming to do is taking that calculator, applying it, tracking their calories for a week. Hopefully you're also setting your macronutrients right. I'm actually working on a macronutrient calculator that's going to be available soon. So what I'd like to be able to do is have you guys get not only calories but also macronutrients based on your goals. So the most important when we're talking about calories, if we're talking about macronutrients for me, would be the protein. You need to get enough protein. If you're just getting 3,000 calories but it's all fat and carbs, you're not going to get the benefits of protein, which is going to help us build, retain lean body mass. It's going to have a really positive impact on our body composition, right? You don't want to just lose weight. You want to lose fat while keeping or building muscle, okay? So when it comes to how you set this up, the real goal should be to get a number from the calculator, download an app, like I don't know, whatever you guys want to use. You know, MyFitnessPal's been around for a while. I'm not as much a fan of that as I was in the past because it tries to give you too much information. My favorite now is Fat Secret. So you plug your numbers into Fat Secret for a whole week and you just start to get better and better at actually hitting those numbers. After you've been hitting them for say a week, then you can decide, okay, is this too high? Is this too low? Am I seeing progress? Am I not seeing progress? Am I run down? That's really the only way to tell if the calories are right. Don't assume that the calorie calculator is telling you, hey, this is a deficit, because just because it's telling you this is the calories that you need to take in to lose 2 pounds per week, if you don't lose 2 pounds of fat that week, guess what? It's not a deficit. So what do? We adjust it, okay? Maybe you set your body fat percent wrong. Maybe you set your activity level wrong. Maybe you've gone through a few periods of dieting. What happens when we go through diets is that our metabolic rate adapts. It is not a static number. Our metabolisms, which is being calculated by this calculator, is based on a lot of data that has gone into research. However, you are an individual and not the average of all that research. So it's possible that you have adapted to previous periods of dieting, and so you require less calories. And to get things moving, you might have to drop them or move more. But if you're not losing, by definition, you're not in a deficit. Now, sometimes the scale might not move, but you actually lost fat. Well, how's that possible? Well, especially if you're in a resistance training program, you're eating enough protein and you're getting enough sleep and recovery, you can add muscle and lose body fat at the same time. The key here is that it's not just the scale that matters, okay? Don't just look at the number and think, oh, if it moves, I've made progress. Let's look at some pictures. Let's take some measurements. The best one, the easiest one is the waist. Most of us men are gonna start losing fat around that waistline. You guys should see how different my waist is looking right now compared to when we started. I can't wait to do the final video for this, but my waist has come down the last couple weeks, and the reason it comes off the waist is because I finally reached a place where the body fat has come off enough of my body that it finally says, okay, now we can start digging into the waist. The paper towel roll analogy. Body fat is like a paper towel roll, okay? You start unraveling the paper towel roll. The towels at the very end of the roll, that's your lower back that you hate, that's your lower abdomen, maybe the glutes, thighs, whatever. It's the stubborn fat, okay? So it's gonna take a little while to get to that area, and that's just what's been happening with me. So for you, my friend, I would set your activity level just one down from sedentary at active, because you are active, and just see how it goes. That's the best way to tell. All right, guys, hope you guys are having a great day, and if you like this content, hit subscribe. It makes my day. And hit the like button for the algorithm. I've been hearing that word a lot lately on YouTube. Okay, bye guys.